Deputy President Paul Mashatile, who's currently in Bloemfontein for the Clean Cities and Town campaign. He's addressing the media now. Let's listen in.
Cities, which is something we're going to do all the time throughout the country. So we are here today in Mangaung as part of that program. And I was saying to the Premier earlier, I'm so happy that they actually have already started even before we launched this campaign. The executive mayor was telling me that, we are way ahead as Mangaung, as a Free State, on the issue of cleaning. But the way we want to do it, we want to encourage the people. So government is not the one who must come and clean for people. Government must clean with the people, work with them. And that's what we are going to encourage, so that we instill the culture of cleanliness in all our communities. We're also going to visit schools to encourage our young children to inculcate this culture of cleaning. So it's going very well today. We started in Ward 45. The EPWP workers are continuing as we speak, because we're working as national government, province, and local government together. When we started this campaign, we started it with SALGA. That's why the president of SALGA is always with us, as a campaign that must be cascaded down to all provinces, to all municipalities. So well done, Premier, Free State. Just 2 weeks ago, we were in Mashatile, here in the Free State. So we're going to go to all the other cities. Well done, Executive Mayor. As we leave, going back to Pretoria, they continue. So the cleaning is not symbolic. It's something that will continue. And we're going to dedicate a day. The President will announce which is the day that is dedicated to cleaning by all South Africans, including our ministers. We will dedicate time on the day that the President will indicate, that at least on that particular day, for particular hours in the day, we work with our communities, we clean. And thank you very much, members of the media, for always giving us this coverage. Take the message out to our people that it's important that we live in clean environments.
Thank you.
Bye, Danke.
Yeah. Are there questions related to the event?
Ishmael Mudibe, SABC. Deputy President, we grew up with this concept of keep your city clean, and wherever sometimes where you go, you see that there were bins that were made for people to, throw their dirty in there. You look at places like Upington. Upington remains one of the cities, towns or proper place in our province. Why can't we, as you are suggesting that we need to make a day, why can't we have a consistent method of making sure that we do it consistently once a month, if possible, just to ensure that it's part and parcel of our culture?
In fact, we were talking about this morning with the Premier and the Executive Mayor and President of SALGA. As we were walking around, and I kept saying to the Premier, but Premier, remember we used to have bins where people can throw stuff in, and then twice a week or so a truck comes to take. Because if we don't do that, they don't start throwing everywhere. So it's a good idea, which we will discuss, because obviously, these things needs to be bought and so on. You need resources, but I think it's something that should be done. Because otherwise people will say, well, where do we throw the stuff? But if we have these bins, then nobody can make an excuse. So you're absolutely correct.
Abigail Besaki from Journal News. Deputy President, how often will the site visits be to ensure that this cleaning campaign is regularized?
Well, my thinking, and as I said, I'm still going to talk to the President about which day, but I think it must be a weekly thing. But it doesn't mean that's the only day. But symbolically, we can have a particular day every week where all of us are cleaning. But the municipalities are cleaning every day. And one of the things we agreed on is that it's not just picking up papers. This campaign is going to be combined with repairing and modernizing things, dealing with challenges of potholes, fixing the roads and repairing infrastructure where there are challenges of water. We're just in the northwest on Saturday. On Friday morning, we're in the northwest, and we just opened a big reservoir with Minister Majodina, which will supply 12 villages. It's part of that. So it was not just cleaning, picking up papers, but repairing infrastructure. And in some of these places, you can see where there's dirt. Once you remove it, we can create a nice park for communities. But to answer you weekly.
Okay.
Deputy President, it's Aphumelele Mdlalane from SABC News. The committee of Porter has shown a glaring picture when it comes to the municipalities, and we are in the province one of the worst performing in the country. And would you say this is one of those activities that are trying to address the issue of improved service delivery for the residents? And just to off-ramp a little...
Don't off-ramp. Stay on ramp. Stay on the ramp. You are absolutely right. We ourselves have already said one of our biggest challenges in the country is the state of our municipalities. You don't have to single out the Free State. It's a problem throughout the country, and the ANC itself has said that as a party. We in government are now working on a plan to fix municipalities. In fact, the Minister of Kokta has presented a report to Cabinet, which we are going to discuss to say, how do we assist our municipalities? Because some of the municipalities are not able to perform these critical services because they don't have economic base. So it's not just like people are lazy. It's just that when you don't have an economic base, you don't have income come from ratepayers, particularly business. So it means you'll need resources coming elsewhere. And that's what we are looking at. How do we help the struggling municipalities? But also those who have some kind of tax base, how do we improve our rate of collecting the rates? And it's not just people in the townships, by the way. Even some of the big businesses are not paying. I'm sure the mayor can tell you. So most of our municipalities are struggling to get these resources to be able to perform their services. But it's our number one priority now, fixing local government.
Okay, the last question.
Usipamandla Koke from ENC-ADP. Why do you need a national campaign to clean the cities when that is the core function of the municipalities? They should be doing that, and everyone in South Africa should be doing that. You don't need to duplicate what should be the core function of municipalities. In other words, is this an admission that some people are not doing their job? Number one. But number two, DP, I know we are not meant to off-ramp. There are issues in the public domain. I read something today that you were chucked out of the NEC meeting because of the Integrity Commission report. Can you please indulge us on that? Have you received the report from the Integrity Commission, and have you paid the fine in Parliament for not declaring?
Goge is stubborn. Goge, the Secretary General of the ANC always does a briefing after the meetings of the NEC. I'm sure he's going to call you. If it's not later today, it will be tomorrow. And you can put all the questions to him. Let me answer your relevant question. Your relevant question is that why are we usurping the responsibility of local government? No, we're not doing that. This is working together. It's what we normally call, the whole of government approach. We're working together. Remember, the president introduced the concept of the district development model, where he said national government, provincial and local government, let's work together so that we don't point fingers. I don't want tomorrow when people say, but South Africa is dirty, and I say, no, ask the mayor. No, we want to be able to take responsibility, all of us, and help one another. So the executive mayor here is not complaining that, DP, what do you want here? This is my job. It's actually saying, I'm so happy that we are working together. And he says, where I have challenges of resources, I'll come to you to help me. But his job is not to clean his city only on a Friday. It's to make sure that city is clean every day. But we are saying, let's choose a day in a week where we can involve the people. I think that's the key thing. People must clean for themselves, and we must make it a culture. That's really what we are saying, Koke. And then you will get other answers at Lutuli House.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
And as the Premier.
All right, live visuals there from Bloemfontein, where the Deputy President right now has just concluded that impromptu briefing. He's leading, of course, the Clean City campaign. He has emphasized that the campaign is not symbolic. It's not a symbolic one, where once they leave, nothing happens. The municipality has committed will continue. And a very important question that was asked by one reporter there as to whether the national government is looking to usurp the powers of the municipalities because it is their core function, stating that no, they're not usurping but working in collaboration with the municipality.